Hello and welcome back to Zen and Iron. Today we'll be talking about daily routines, lifestyle habits you can form and incorporate into your daily life that are inspired by the samurai, so we can balance structure with the spontaneity of life. We'll start by taking a look at what a typical day in the life of a samurai would look like, the challenges and benefits of adapting a samurai routine to modern life, and then we'll go over a sample routine that you can apply to your own life. Let's get started by taking a look at the structure of what a typical day in the life of a samurai around 1600 would look like. Their lives were highly disciplined, following routines that focused on physical training, mental readiness, and cultural enrichment. Mornings often began with meditation, an exercise not only for mental clarity, but also to set intentions for the day. After meditation, they dedicate time to physical training, practicing martial arts like archery, training with weapons like swords and staves, as well as unarmed combat. Their training was intense and purposeful, building their physical strength and honing their skills. Midday brought duties beyond the battlefield. Samurai were more than just warriors. They served as administrators, land stewards, and even advisors to their lords, the daimyo. So, after their morning training, they'd often take on these structured responsibilities. In the afternoon or evenings, they practiced calligraphy, poetry, or the tea ceremony, activities that reinforced discipline and mental focus. And finally, each day often ended with evening reflection, where they reviewed their actions and prepared for the next day. How do we know this? Well, a lot of these samurai kept diaries, and we are able to see in their journals, in their own words, what their day-to-day life was like. This was a structured life, rooted in purpose and balance between physical, mental, and spiritual pursuits. But let's be real. Living like this today would be, if not almost impossible. For most of us, trying to follow a traditional samurai routine would bring up some major challenges. Our modern world doesn't exactly lend itself to hours of daily training or cultural refinement. We have school, jobs, responsibilities, family, technology, and a much faster-paced environment. Samurai lived in a communal, Bushido-centered society where these practices were expected. Today, most of us don't have the cultural structure or even the space to say, train with a sword every day. The constant access to technology, the distractions it brings, and our modern busy lives make it tough to dedicate time each day to focused, disciplined training or extended periods of meditation. Our environments, social norms, and expectations are simply different. So what can we do? There's still a lot we can take from the samurai's approach to daily life, and we can adapt it to our own modern routines. We can pull elements from their lifestyle and shape them into something that feels structured yet adaptable. One way to start is with a simple morning meditation or a breathing exercise, even if it's just for a few minutes. Think of this as a way to mentally prepare for the day ahead, much like the samurai did, grounding ourselves before the tasks start piling up. Next, there's physical training. While we may not be able to devote hours to combat training, keeping a consistent workout routine is one of the greatest ways we can build our strength, discipline, and physical resilience. Each time we step into the gym, we can carry the same discipline that samurai brought to their training, approaching each movement with purpose. Even treating our workouts as a kind of battle, where focus and effort meet, can bring a new depth to our training. Then there's the concept of daily reflection. Taking a few minutes each night to jot down thoughts, things we're grateful for, or lessons learned can be incredibly grounding. It's a chance to check in and adjust, and set intentions for tomorrow, a modern adaptation of a samurai's evening reflection. The idea of cultivating the mind is also something we can work in. Through reading, practicing a skill, or studying something new, it doesn't have to be long, but dedicating time to mental and creative growth gives our routines balance. Finally, we come to spontaneity. Allowing flexibility within our structure is key. Maybe this means taking a spontaneous hike instead of a gym day, or simply adjusting our schedules when life throws us a curveball. By integrating structure and adaptability, we can create a lifestyle that is both disciplined and resilient. So why go through all this effort? Well, adopting even a few samurai-inspired habits can bring some real advantages. First, it builds discipline and focus. When we commit to a routine, we're building resilience, and over time, that discipline carries over into other parts of our lives. There's also a balance between physical and mental resilience. Regular training keeps us strong physically, but adding mindfulness practices or creative pursuits strengthens our mental endurance, helping us stay centered and adaptable. Then there's the benefit of regular reflection. Checking in with ourselves prevents burnout and allows us to approach each day with self-awareness and intention. Finally, by being mindful in everything we do, even simple tasks can take on greater meaning. This creates a lifestyle of intentionality, one where we're fully present and less overwhelmed by life's distractions. So let's take a look at what a sample day could look like if you're balancing school or work. We'll keep it simple but meaningful, with short practices that can fit into pretty much anyone's busy schedule. Morning starts with a quick mindfulness practice. Just 5 to 10 minutes of breathing or meditation to ground yourself. If you have time for a stretch or light movement, go for it. But even a moment of focus helps you enter the day calm and prepared. Before work or school, carve out 30 to 60 minutes for focused training. This is your dedicated time for physical exercise, whether that's hitting the gym or doing some body weight exercises at home. Think of it as your daily battle, training with intention. You can do it in the afternoon or evening, but it's much safer to cement it as part of your morning routine. That way, other things that come up are less likely to get in the way. In the afternoon, take a mindful pause, even if it's just a few breaths between tasks. And in the evening, dedicate a little time to mental cultivation, whether it's reading, journaling, or a creative hobby. This can be a great way to round out the day. Finally, close the day with a short reflection. Write down or think about something you accomplished, something you're grateful for, and set one intention for tomorrow. This simple practice can create a cycle of daily improvement. In the end, the samurai's life shows us that structure and spontaneity don't have to be opposites. They can work together, creating a balanced approach that helps us feel grounded, focused, and adaptable. We may not be able to live exactly like a samurai, but we can integrate aspects of their discipline and mindfulness into our modern lives. So, as you go about your day, try bringing in a little structure where you can, and let yourself adapt when life calls for it. Embrace each day as an opportunity for growth. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, train with honor, live with purpose, and continue to forge your path. See you next time.